15 years, we finally made it. And I quit the night before payday. I went from artist to activist.
I married this fun rock and roll guy, and all of a sudden, he's in South Africa.
Steve got together different genres of music.
The amount of artists that were involved.
Rockers, rappers, R&B stars.
Stephen understood rock and roll owed a debt to the continent of Africa.
There's this guy who was so well-read and so politically astute, but dressed like a dervish or a pirate. He's nothing less than revolutionary.
But I was spiritually exhausted. I said what I wanted to say, and no record company wanted to sign me anymore. So I walked my dog for 7 years. I wanted to be very different, as different as I could be, thinking I'm never going back to music again. You know.
From Asbury Park and the E Street Band to the Bada Bing Club, Stevie Van Zandt has done it all. On stage and screen, he's captured audiences and awards around the world. But you just saw a clip from the new HBO documentary that focuses on a part of his life that even his biggest fans might not know, his work as an activist. It is called Stevie Van Zandt, Disciple, which is now streaming on Max. And another documentary, Road Diary, Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band, is also streaming on Disney+. It's so cold out, you can just lock down and watch it all. And he also has a memoir out, Unrequited Infatuation. So all your Christmas gift needs, Stevie can deliver on. We just have to start with this because most people that have achieved your level of music success would say, I've done it. This is what I'm doing with my life. I'm the man. I'm successful. Mwah. But you went on and decided to do so much more. Why?
I don't know. Who knows, right? What's in your DNA at a certain point kicks in. We had a lot of tunnel vision in the early days because rock and roll was really quite a distant dream. You know, it wasn't really a legitimate business when we started. And, the idea of making it in rock and roll was almost impossible. So you thought about nothing else. And then suddenly you find that, wow, we made it, And the tunnel starts to fade and you start looking around. Okay, what did I miss for the last, 10 years, 15 years? And at the same time, we happened to be in Europe for the first time. The first time we were really successful selling out arenas. And a kid asked me, why am I putting missiles in his country, in Germany? And I was like, what are you talking about? I'm a rock and roll guy. Yeah. And it just stayed with me for like a week. It wouldn't go away, And it finally occurred to me, oh my God, this guy doesn't think of me as a rock and roll guy or a Democrat or a Republican or, he thinks of me as an American, And, you really don't think of yourself as an American when you're in America, until you leave, right? And so I said, wow, I wonder what that means to be an American. I wonder what responsibilities I have and what obligations I have. And I guess I am putting missiles in his country, if we're a democracy, right? Turns out we're not really a democracy, but we're in the ballpark. But anyway.
That's a really good way to put it. We're in the ballpark, yeah.
So I came home and just, it really blew my mind. And I started reading books for the first time and studying our foreign policy since World War II. And I grew up with an ex-Marine Goldwater Republican father. So, it was that generation. And we were taught that we were the heroes of democracy around the world. And as I began to read, I realized that we were not, in fact, defending democracy around the world. We were supporting quite a few dictators, and that really bothered me. And I thought, we need to talk about this. I need to dedicate my life to doing that. Everybody needed an identity, in my rock and roll world when we grew up in the Renaissance of the 60s and 70s. So I said, well, my identity will be the political guy. I'll do that full time. And that's what I did for 5 albums in the 80s.
But you also said that when Bruce Springsteen started publicly supporting Democrats, the band at the time lost half its audience.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't give Bruce the full credit. I probably had something to do with it.
I mean, yes, of course. Yes,
I'm sure I was good for 25%.
You lost at least yes. But did you ever fear taking a position, right, becoming an activist, pisses off people that are buying records?
First of all, no. I think you're a citizen of the country first and foremost. But But all those cliches are true. Those stereotypes, the entertainment world, don't discuss politics or religion. It's good advice. I mean, that advice was there for a reason. But in our case, I mean, I've been an independent. I categorize myself as an independent law and order liberal. That's
a good one.
That's
a very Jersey way to say it.
That's my category.
Yeah.
So it wasn't so much supporting the Democratic Party as much as supporting the issues, one issue at a time. And at this point, I think the Democratic Party, as flawed as they are, and man, are they flawed. If they don't have a complete reformation here, they're never going to win again. And
you want them to?
Well, I want them to. We only have one legitimate party left in the country, so it's them. Unfortunately, we need at least two. I don't believe in the party system at all, which I have a couple of songs about that. It's one thing me and George Washington had in common. Probably got that in our nose. But
you're great on a boat too, though.
But like protecting the arts, for example, that's at the heart of what you do.
Yeah, that's my education curriculum.
Right, and so much of the arts, even beyond losing arts education in schools, is under attack. Whether we're talking about book banning, drag shows, right? It seems like something at the fringe, but it's not when it starts to pick up steam.
Yeah, and again, that's issue by issue. But my education curriculum integrates art into the STEM curriculum. Science, technology, engineering, and math. I didn't want art to be a separate class. We integrate art into math, into science. That's why it's been so successful.
Were you a good student?
I was the worst. Terrible. I got kicked out of high school. I was just terrible. And we want to make our class the one class that people want to go to. We want to try and increase the graduation rate in high school. If a kid graduates from high school, they have a shot, at life. 50% of the poor neighborhoods are dropping out. Mm-hmm. Okay, and 50% of those kids end up in the justice system. And if they like one class or one teacher, they'll go to school. And we want to try and keep them in class with this particular class, which emphasizes music. It's teaching history through music. And it's called teachrock.org. And, we have great success with it already. But it's my way of just, it's kind of self-interest. Most of the things I do are self-interest. I'm not a nice guy, my radio.
It's not self-interest, it's your passion.
Yeah, I mean? I just feel like we need to spread this thing because it's important. I mean, it's important that we keep the Renaissance and the arts available and accessible for future generations. That's what my radio show is about, my record company, everything I do. So, I think art has a way of making kids understand those very difficult things when they're young. Right now, we have to prepare kids to be educated. Yeah. We have a Harmony program. All we do is put the devices down and talk to each other, have the kids talk to each other. It's radical.
Especially post-COVID. Yeah,
and it's working.
So necessary.
But speaking of what it means to be radical, do you ever look at the cultural political landscape and wonder to yourself how the Republican Party became rebellious, radical, relatively the ones that are pushing back on institutions when that used to be the left?
Well, my father wouldn't recognize the Republican Party, and neither would Ronald Reagan. Can you imagine this being a pro, Russian party? I mean, it's impossible. You can see how it happened through the years, slowly. You can watch it happening. It began with the whole civil rights thing. We don't have time to go into it now, but I think, once the civil rights thing started to happen, people started to really polarize at that point. And it's still going on. We still don't have the civil rights thing right. And, it's a shame, but it's at this point, we really need at least two parties that are functional, and we don't have that. So
we had four. Parliamentary democracy.